In this video, we're going to talk about some key points when it comes to choosing a domain name for your website. First of all, you want your domain name to be short, catchy, and easy to remember. If possible, avoid words that are spelt unusually. It's also a good idea to incorporate your branding into the domain name, or you could just use your brand name as the domain name. There have been numerous discussions in the past about whether it is better to use a keyword-rich domain name such as WordPress, tutorials.com, or to use your brand name instead, such as NoisyEgg.com. You can see which side of the discussion we fall into. Keyword-rich domains used to be very big factors in SEO, but Google have recently talked about adjusting the way they prioritize websites that have keyword-rich domain names. But having said this, there is still a benefit from having keywords in your domain name, because depending on other factors that Google will look into, it can still have a huge impact on your search engine ranking. There are a few problems with using keyword-rich domain names though, especially exact match keyword domains. And this is due to the fact that most exact match keyword domains are already taken, so you are left with two options: either choose a low quality top level domain, or TLD, because the .com has already gone, or to choose a more obscure long tail keyword rich domain. Now, you don't really want to do this, as sites with a list of keywords and hyphens in their name can be viewed as spam. This takes us back to using a branded domain name instead. Now, because you are putting together a marketing campaign which will help with your brand recognition, finding your website shouldn't be a problem once your brand is recognized. So now that you have chosen what you would like your domain to be, let's take another look at what TLD you should choose. Like I said earlier, you should really be trying to go for a .com. In some instances, it might not even be worth buying a domain if the .com isn't available. This is quite simply because .com is the most popular and easiest to remember, and it's often the first TLD that someone tries when looking for a website that they can't remember properly. So if you have the domain wordpress-tutorials.biz and someone is trying to check out your website but is unsure of the specific URL, it's very easy for them to put the .com TLD instead, and you may have lost a customer. So if .com is already taken, you may need to weigh up the benefits of keeping that domain and using a different TLD. If I were to go for a TLD other than .com, it would most likely be .co.uk, as we are a UK company, or if that wasn't available, then .org. Personally, that's as far as I would take it, but how far you will go depends on the purpose of your website. Most companies that sell domain names have a search engine which will show you what domains are still available. If you go to 123-reg.co.uk and search for a domain name, you will be given a list of all the domains with every TLD and whether they are taken or available. A quick tip: if the keyword domain that you are looking for already has the .com TLD taken, then you could try adding some kind of catchy prefix or suffix to it. So you could have WordPress tutorials101.com, for example. Make sure it's short and catchy so you don't defeat the purpose of having an easy to remember domain name. So that's a quick breakdown on how to choose a domain name. If there are any other tips you might need when it comes to setting up a website, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.